As I slowly regain consciousness, I find myself in the cold snow. The air is freezing. I try to compose myself. First, I need to check my immediate surroundings. It appears that I am in the mountains. In front of me there is a cliff. At the bottom I see a road. It winds into the valley, but I cannot figure out where it leads. In the distance I spot a lighthouse. Maybe I can find some help there. Behind me there's a small cottage. To shield myself from the cold, I quickly enter. The cottage turns out to be an old entry to an abandoned mine. It is dark. To my luck, there are some supplies left at the entry. A fishing hook and some tinder, but more importantly, chunks of coal laying on the ground.
What have we here?
I check my inventory and there's not much. Some basic gear like a sleeping bag, a sewing kit and a small metal can. And a single chocolate bar. This won't last me long, so I need to worry about food in addition. Meanwhile, my clothing is just not sufficient. I'm dressed for autumn, a hoodie and a scarf, not closely enough to withstand the cold outside. Even though it is not as cold as outside in these dark tunnels, I cannot stay in here. Instead, I must move forward before I run out of food. I overcome my reflex to stay put and I step outside again. One must be proactive to survive. I slowly descend from my vantage point and gather some firewood on my way down. After a while, I reach the foot of the mountain. I find the road that I observed from the top of the cliff. Next to it, a snow-covered truck. I rush into the vehicle since the cold becomes unbearable. I look around. In the glove compartment, I find some matches and a bag of chips. Although I am protected from the wind inside of the vehicle, it is still too cold to stay. To warm up again, I need to find some place to make a fire. I decide to follow the road and see where it leads. In the distance, I spot the lighthouse again. Fittingly, it is now my only beacon of hope.
Damn, I'm freezing.
At this point, my body temperature is dropping dangerously low. My skin is bright red and hurts when the wind bites into it. I am at serious risk of hypothermia. I sprint towards the lighthouse in hopes to find some shelter. God, I just hope the doors aren't locked. I have already been outside for too long. My hands are numb. Actually, they even start to feel warm again. First signs of frostbite. If I stay any longer, I might lose my fingers. I am in luck. The door opens and I step in. A lonely little lighthouse indeed, but it seems comfortable. To my joy, I notice there's an oven and even some firewood on the ground.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I should get the fire going to mitigate the risk of permanent damage caused by frostbite. In survival, something simple like a small fire will make all the difference. I can warm up again and it will lift my spirits. That was close. If the doors were locked, I might have frozen to death.
Come on. That should help warm things up.
Let's see if I can scavenge some resources here.
This'll come in handy.
A decent cotton talk. This will protect my ears from falling off. Fire accelerant and working gloves. Although they provide not much insulation, any protection for my limbs is welcome.
What have we here?
A storm lantern in good condition. What a find. Since it tends to get dark indoors very early, this will help me navigate the insides of houses. I remember that I should not leave the fire unused. I collected some ice in my metal tin to melt over the oven.
That'll come in handy.
A sweatshirt. The more layers, the better. Next to the fire, I put on all the clothes that I found. The value of these simple pieces of cloth in a situation like this is immeasurable. It is the mundane that keeps you alive, and I am thankful to receive this gift. Hopefully, the original owner does not mind. Decent insulated boots. Unbelievable. These are a game changer. They will keep my feet dry. The sneakers were no good. They got immediately soaked in the snow. But these boots? I think the situation is tipping the odds to my favor. I should wait until the water is boiled before drinking it. In the meantime, I can check the upper floors, see what treasures I can find. Wow, and a bed. The prospect of sleeping on something soft and warm. A sense of warmth and security overwhelms me. This lighthouse feels very comfortable and safe. This will be my place for the night, maybe even longer. In the shelves I find some canned food. This will provide me a few warm meals, but I have to ration it carefully. On my way up, I also find a firearm cleaning kit, a set of simple tools, and a pair of jeans. I enter the lantern room and I'm greeted with the magnificent view, a stark contrast to the harsh survival conditions. On the east side I spot the wooden bridge that I passed on my way here. West of the lighthouse there's a concrete bridge. On the coast a stranded ship. I might find some treasure after all if it were a pirate ship, although gold wouldn't do me any good. And what is that? A church? I must have missed it on my way here since it was blocked by the hill. I should check it out. I survey my territory carefully and make some small drawings of the surrounding area. This land provides many landmarks, so it should be relatively easy to navigate. It is starting to get cold again. Time to go inside. I think it is time for a well-deserved snack. Let's see what we have gathered. A few chocolate bars, 2 bags of chips, some dog food, crackers, soda cans, and canned fish. I would say enough food for 2 days. I decide to eat 1 chocolate bar and a few chips. A bit dry for my taste, which reminds me to melt some more water.
That's done.
On the second floor I saw some crates. I can break them down into firewood. The sun is setting. Nature can be menacing, but also beautiful. What counts is what you make out of your situation. Today, I survived, and hopefully I will survive tomorrow. It was a long day. I will try to preserve my energy, make myself comfortable, and get some sleep. I'll see you tomorrow.